What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a Week 11 NFL recap. We're about to jump right into it with the Steelers and the Browns. This was a game everybody knew that the Browns were going to lose it. There is no trap game with the Browns at this point because they suck. Hugh Jackson, I don't know exactly what's going to happen with him, but he's made some decisions that I guess you could say quite, out of desperation, changing quarterbacks when one quarterback was doing well the prior week. He's just doing whatever. He's trying to get a spark, but he's going to get a spark when he gets fired. Because that's pretty much the only way it's going to happen with the spark that he's looking for. The Browns are horrific. The Steelers didn't really come out and put on an offensive showing. It was a rather pedestrian day, but, it's an NFC North. What is that? They're in the AFC North. That matchup is always going to be, it's going to be what it is. That's just the way that the Steelers are going to play, when the Ravens and these boys meet up. That's what happens over there. So it's always going to be more of a close-knit game, but I expected a little bit more from the Steelers. They're still fighting for their playoff lives. But they came out, they were pretty dry. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't anything that was, spectacular Steeler football, but they got the win, and that's all that matters. The Browns, though, they're a mess. I really don't understand the process behind seeing RG3 in the sidelines with a ponytail in the back of his head. But if that's what they want to do, I would have been cut him from the team and just, try to sue him for my money back. But that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain players I wouldn't do that to, but him, I would. I used to feel bad for him what they did to him in Washington. Jay Gruden and those boys, certain games, they put him in that free safety. They just treat him like crap. But now that I look at him on the sideline, I'm disgusted with him. And, it is what it is. He's costing, somebody believing in him cost the team their season. And he just walks around looking like a total douche. That's just my opinion. It is what it is. But the Browns are a hot mess. Ravens and the Cowboys, let's go ahead and, give Dak Prescott, Dez Bryant, Ezekiel Elliott, all them boys some credit. The Ravens, according to statistics, were the #1 defense somehow. I didn't even know they've been getting ramrodded, but they had some kind of crazy ass statistic where they were like a top defense or something like that. But they were able to do it, do enough things. I don't know why they were playing the way they were playing. They had a guy 10 yards off Dez Bryant right in the red zone. Like, okay, bro, look, these type of things, these type of recipes that the Ravens defensive coordinator is cooking up is perfect for not having success. Not having success. But I will tell you this much. Steve Smith Sr., that boy right there, I don't even know. I just started stuttering like I'm from the South and I'm about to have fat back on Christmas. Listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. That boy, Steve Smith Sr., that boy is a dog. You know how they say it in the South, bro, a dog. He is arguably one of the toughest receivers I've ever seen play. When you look at his height and his stature and the chances that you have to make it at that height and stature in the NFL, and for him to have done it so long and so consistently through injury, through all the things that have transpired, you got to give this guy a lot of credit, man. Like, this dude, watching him play is so exciting, man. Because it just shows you that if you work hard and you can do, you know what I'm saying, you get a chance. It's not about always just working hard. You got to get that opportunity. And when you get that opportunity and you do what Steve Smith Sr. has done, I don't see how you can't put this man in the Hall of Fame. People have argued about it. I don't see how you can't do it. That man, I don't know what to say about that, man. Like, if you guys want to argue that, I can argue his stats and his presence all day long. But let's just talk about the Cowboys really quickly, man. 9-1. No matter how good a team has been, they've never had such a win streak. According to what they were saying during the game, they're playing unbelievable right now. And that Tony Romo speech, where he was crying, he wanted to cry, where he was just, relinquishing his role to Dak Prescott, was the best thing he could do. I can't really look. I'm not gonna go out here and say, he's a big man for doing that. He's paid to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, him just doing it, that was just like, look, Jerry Jones, look, bro, I can either fire you, cut you, make it vicious, or you could be a backup and go give a speech because we need to do something. It's not like that's what he wanted to do. He went out there. Did he make it look believable, Tony Romo? I don't really buy that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at it, I can see the mannerisms. I don't really see it's Tony Romo. So you don't ever know what you're really getting. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. This is a dude that, really thought that Jessica Simpson was going to bring him true love. Like, this guy, I don't know about this guy. So I'm just looking at it. I'm like, it is what it is. You're getting paid to do it. I'm not going crazy about it like everybody else was like, you see how Tony... No. I'm not doing all that. He did what he had to do because he wants to be paid. If he wants to do it another way, he can easily be cut. You know, that's a smart thing to do. Do what you got to do, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Jaguars and the Lions. You know, the Lions were supposed to win this game. They did win this game. The Jaguars are a hot mess. It's nothing really to write home about with it. I don't know how they're going to really do any type of rebuilding, what's going to be happening with it, but I do expect the whole team to be, you know, quote unquote, blown up in the offseason to, you know, create new opportunities for different players and fire everybody that's there and then just bring in all new guys because the team has been garbage. The Lions, man, Jim Caldwell, bro, that dude, you know, every time I look at him, I'm disgusted and I throw up in my mouth a little bit, but he's been coaching the team up. And you got to give the guy a lot of credit. He's not a guy that you would ever want to be your head coach at any level. You know, when you look at him, you're like, what is he doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want him in Pee Wee. You don't want him, you know, Little League. You don't want him doing anything. But he's out there somehow putting the team together. And Matthew Stafford, that dude right there, you know, people expected him to die off when Megatron retired. I guess it's not the case. The dude is stepping up. He's making plays. A lot of people would have packed it in. When you lose a guy like you know, a Megatron, that's huge to come back from, man. You guys got to, you know, give Matthew Stafford some credit. He's working with some dudes over there. You know what I'm saying? He's not working with a lot, but he's working with a decent amount of talent, and he's getting everything he can get out of them. And that's all you can really ask, man. It's nothing else you can really do as far as, you know, talent-wise when you lose such a huge part of your offense. But he deserves a lot of credit for that. I just wanted to make sure I put that in there. The Titans and the Colts, man. The Titans are a real disappointment to me, simply for the fact that they look like they have a lot of talent, and Andrew Luck was trying to give them this game. Andrew Luck came out, and literally the only thing he didn't have to do was throw a pick, and he threw a pick. And the Titans just couldn't, they couldn't do anything. They haven't beaten the Colts in forever, and I wasn't expecting much, but it's just like, yo, the Titans, their O-line is playing very well. Mariota has so much time. He has so much. Bro, do you know what other quarterbacks would do with the kind of time that Mariota has? And this man is just running around like a chicken without a head and then throwing incomplete passes or running out of bounds and sliding, throwing a pick. Like, I don't know what he's doing, man. And I don't know when he's going to wake up and realize that his O-line, that's a blessing in the NFL, man. Like, what are you doing right now? I can't even blame the coaching for what he was doing yesterday. He had way too much time. He's just not making reads. He's very indecisive, and he's really costing the, you know, the Titans franchise a lot of games right now because the Colts should have not won this game. They shouldn't have won this game. There's no way that they should have won this game. If you look at it and you watched it, you would be like, what the hell? Why is the score 24-17? Why were they down like 21-zip? Like, what the hell was going on? And it just doesn't make sense. And a lot of it starts with Mariota now. Now, listen, I understand that the coaches, some of the coaches, and, you know, the coach was fired from last year, and you got Mike Mularkey out there just being a total douche. But, you know, he has enough time to make plays, and just watching it and analyzing it. I analyzed it yesterday. He's not doing enough. He's just not doing enough. He's not doing enough of what he has there, and there's no excuse for it. I'm not going to sit up here and make excuses for it. He's not doing what he's supposed to do. Point blank. Period. He's a joke. That it is what it is. I can't really continue to give these guys passes, man. I like Mariota. I think he has a lot of talent. I just think he needs to shave that mustache because it makes him look like a pedophile. But other than that, you know, he should be doing a lot better. The Colts are the Colts, man. You know, they're going to be running around with the AFC South for a minute because the whole South, the division sucks. And they've sucked for a while. So I guess what? That's why Andrew Luck is getting, you know, he's the highest paid quarterback in the NFL because you could do stuff like that. Because the dude, he made a couple good throws. One of those, that throw to T.Y. Hilton that went through the guy's body, that was pretty hot too, but it was a hot dot. But, you know, like, Andrew Luck is trash to me. You know what I'm saying? The dude, whatever you need to get back into the game, he's going to do that. And the Titans just didn't have what it took. They didn't have what was needed to do that. Bills and the Bengals. AJ Green torn hamstring. Dude's out for the season. Good luck with that rehab. It's very unfortunate, but that's why these guys get paid what they get paid. You get these, you know, these injuries are crazy. The Bengals, this is the first year that they're not going to make the playoffs, right? Like, they usually make the playoffs and then lose in the first round. So now at this point, Marvin Lewis has no use in the league. At this point, it should be very easy to get rid of him because now he's not even making it to the playoffs. Now he's just being what he is. The Bills, LaShawn McCoy he injured his thumb or whatever like that, wasn't able to return. They still pulled it out. It was a very hard, gut-wrenching game, but nothing really exciting about it. Obviously, 16-12. Like, I wasn't like, oh, yo, look at this. No, I was very disgusted watching this game. It was very annoying to know and to see that, you know, this guy. Yo, listen, man, I don't really. This guy Marvin Lewis, bro. Like, every time I see his face, man, And I understand that a lot of players like him, and he's given a lot of players opportunities. You know, Devon Stills, his daughter, with that great cancer survivor story. I hope that, you know, I wish the best for his little girl. He gave him a chance. See, things like that give me a soft spot for Marvin Lewis. When people do things like that for people that are really going through those type of times, you know, I'm from the hood, man. Listen, I know what it's like to have nothing and to get something, and that him doing that was very, very appreciative, man. I looked at him like, yo, to see somebody else get that opportunity, I'm the type of dude like, yo, that's good luck right there, man, to see his daughter go through it and to fight it, because cancer is such a horrible thing, especially for kids when they don't understand what's going on and they got to go through it. Very, very horrendous. I gave him a little bit for that, Marvin Lewis, bro. But just to see what he does, man, the dude is a joke. He's a goddamn joke, man. Like, listen, go away. Give another coach opportunity. Just get the hell out of here, bro. Nobody wants to see you. Yo, sorry, guys. I started getting, all right. I started losing train of thought on that. Yo, Marvin Lewis, go away. Buccaneers and the Chiefs, man. I expected the Chiefs to win this game. I don't know what the hell they were doing, but I will tell you this. The Buccaneers are a lot tougher than people give him credit for. I mean, when you look at Jameis Winston and what he has around him, he's been able to do a lot. Like, I know a lot of people complain about his leadership capabilities, and sometimes he's a little bit too emotional and things like that, but people didn't expect the Buccaneers to win this game. I know the betting lines didn't expect that, you know, and they come out and they have enough to be competitive, but then sometimes they play beyond what their talent level is. And it's very, very fortunate for the Buccaneer fans to know that they have a QB like that, and you just have to kind of learn a little bit more about how to deal with grown men. I think that's what the issue is with Jameis Winston. You got to remember, you can't talk to grown men any kind of way you want to. Remember with Donovan McNabb and Terrell Owens, that relationship was imperilable because Donovan McNabb thought he could just say whatever he want to say. You got to know how to lead as a man and make men comfortable around you. And I think that that's what we have to wait for to see with Jameis Winston, and he'll be all right with the Buccaneers. The Bears and the Giants. This is why I said NFL kickers suck. Now, I think this was the game with the most missed extra points, but it's not even about that, bro. Like, what are these guys doing right now? What are kickers doing? I'm very, very happy that Minnesota got rid of Blair Walsh, and I'm not saying that and like, yo, the guy got fired, it's funny. It's not about that. It's a simple fact that you got one job, dude. Like, you really got one job. Literally, one job. You come out there, you kick the ball. That's all you have to do. What are you doing, though? This is what I'm saying. Look, I'm not going to talk about the game because this game was horrendous. The Giants, I don't know what they were doing and why at any point they were losing, but I hope that Leonard Floyd recovers okay. I hope that he, you know, he's one of the first round rookie draft picks for the Bears. I hope everything looks good for him. His neck looked kind of, you know, bad with that hit that happened. Well, he hit his own lineman or something like that, but it's just an awkward injury. I hope that everything you know, goes well with him. But let's just talk about the kickers, man, because this game was kind of garbage. I'm not going to really act like this game was exciting at all. It wasn't. What are the kickers doing right now? Why aren't more kickers being released like what Minnesota did with Blair Walsh? Why isn't that happening? You know what I'm saying? Like, what exactly is going on? It doesn't make any sense to me that this is something that is going to continue to plague the NFL. If a kicker can't make a kick, he should be cut. It's as simple as that. I don't understand why they keep these guys around. What are you like? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are they there? What are you doing there? It's like you have a calendar and you want to see hot women, but you get a calendar with women that are not hot. Like, why is it there? Like, you don't need it there. It should not be there. These kickers should not be anywhere near the NFL field. They should find kickers that can make kicks consistently, but you should not be missing extra points. That's all I'm saying. Like, I understand you miss a kick from, like, you know, 45, 50. Those are big kicks. Those are not easy. But they moved the kickback to show that NFL kickers suck. That's why they did it. You know, okay, maybe to make the game a little bit more exciting, but at the same time, to show you that NFL kickers suck, because they do. And it's the bottom line. It's so easy for everybody to be like, yeah, it's a pretty hard job. Bro, what the hell are they doing? While everybody else hitting and going wild in practice, well, they can't really hit anymore in practice because of the agreement, the Players Association agreement. But while everybody is working hard and doing stuff, what are the kickers doing? They're probably playing chess on their phone, playing a little bit of Sudoku. Like, they're just, yo, bro, these dudes, I don't know what they're doing, but I've had enough of it. 12 extra points missed, an NFL record. Are you serious? Let's just, look, take a step back and reflect on this for a minute. These kickers need to be dealt with accordingly. And it's the bottom line. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. The Cardinals and the Vikings. How many times have I told you guys that Carson Palmer sucked? Look, guys, go back. Do me a favor, guys. Go back to when I first... did I say fart? I don't know why I just said that. When I first started doing NFL podcasts, I think it was sometime around 2013. And I've always told you that this guy, Carson Palmer, bro, this guy will throw a pick if everybody is open and it's only his offense on the field. That's how bad this guy is. And nobody wants to listen to me. You know what's funny? Arizona is pretty, you know, like I said, you got some guys from Arizona that are really, really crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I know a couple guys from Arizona, and they just have, I don't know what it is about the state, but they just love their teams very, very much, I guess. And they don't know how to deal with criticism. So they will swear up and down that Carson Palmer is not the problem. And it happens regularly. They will swear up and down that Carson Palmer is not the problem. Let me tell you something about Carson Palmer. That dude is a bum. Okay, he's been a bum since he was with the Bengals. People try to, blame it on Marvin Lewis because Marvin Lewis is a bum. Ergo, he might be a bum as well. Ergo, the team sucks. The Bengals, even with Chad Ochocinco and TJ Who's Your Mama. But I'm gonna let you understand this right now. Looking at the Cardinals' record and looking at Carson Palmer, it kind of makes sense. And Larry Fitzgerald, I said this a couple years ago also. I really wish that this man could have gotten a ring. But I always said this. With Carson Palmer there, he will not get a ring. Because even if he does well during the regular season, he will come up smaller than mini-me when it comes time for you to make a play. And the Vikings almost did what the Vikings have been doing for the last couple of weeks and gave up the loss. You know what I'm saying, bro? They might, well, I don't know how to really say that, give up the win. They were about to bend over and just do what's right and give the other team the victory. Okay? But Carson Palmer said, no, I'm going to throw this pick. And you're going to like it. I'm going to keep throwing this pick. And you're going to like it. And that's what started happening. He started getting sacked. Crazy stuff started happening. But that's what Carson Palmer does. That is what he does. So don't be surprised about it. On the other note, happy for the Vikings, man. They finally were able to pull out a win. I don't know what that means because you only beat the Cardinals and everybody's beating on the Cardinals, it seems. They're 4-5. So, it is what it is. But it's good to get out of a slump. Nothing was really spectacular about this game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see it's 30-24. I saw a lot of the stuff that happened. David Johnson he should just be a wide receiver with the dots that he catch. And the Vikings, as far as everything goes with their running game, look, they're going to need a little bit more, man. They're going to need a little bit more of that because Sam Bradford is not the answer at QB long term. So we all know that. He's just somebody that has to come in there. But even though they had 30 points, this game wasn't really that exciting of a game. It was about Carson Palmer turning the ball over as usual and doing whatever he wants. That's pretty much what it was about. But all I can say is congratulations to the Vikings fan, man. You should be over the hump right now. Let's see what happens going forward. The Dolphins and the Rams. Jared Goff, though, he had one good throw, and that's when he threw it hot in the beginning of the game when they were blitzing, and what was that, to Britt, and that was it. After that, I knew he was going to lose the game. But you know what pisses me off about this completely? It's the fact that this should have already been done at the beginning of the season. He should have already been out there. He should have already been getting these kind of growing pains. This is unfair to him. And this is what I'm talking about with Jeff Fisher. Jeff Fisher should not be a coach in the NFL. Because this right now, this is the #1 draft pick. I don't give a F what he's doing. I don't care what's happening. You know what you got with the Rams. You understand when you put that boy out there and you prepare him as best as possible because this is the new age of the NFL. This is not an NFL where you got guys that can sit behind Brett Favre like Aaron Rodgers and wait a couple years. No, we're not doing that right now. You need to put that boy out there. You need to make sure he's ready. That's why you're the head coach. And that's why Jeff Fisher is a joke. Okay? Because a lot of people say, he wasn't spectacular at all by any means. But it's his first game, bro, week 11. This should have already been done 11 weeks ago. That's what I'm saying. You understand? I'm not trying to criticize Goff. I'm criticizing the head coach. He's a goddamn joke. I'm sorry. I'm really getting to a rage here. The Dolphins, it was a late comeback. Okay? Ajayi, I love the way he runs. Very, very angry, stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. But Tannehill is Tannehill. He was able to make a throw that counted at the end. They won the game. Simple as that. The Rams defense sucks. I thought that girl who was getting back on track after the first quarter didn't happen. The Rams became the Rams. Fire Jeff Fisher. Patriots and 49ers, I don't know why they only won by 13. I don't know why Colin Kaepernick was running around like a rampant monkey with AIDS. I don't know why the Patriots don't know how to play defense. Listen, they should have won by a lot more than 13. They had them thinking that they could actually compete. I don't know what is going on with the Patriots, but every now and again you're going to have a game where you play against a bum team, and this happens. So I'm not mad right now, but I didn't like the fact that the Patriots didn't hold the spread. I think it was like 13.5, 14, so whatever. I don't know what it was at kickoff, but Colin Kaepernick was just doing whatever he wanted, and you can't have that kind of stuff going on. It's definitely something that shouldn't be happening, and it did. And I expect more from the Patriots. That's just me. The 49ers, Chip Kelly should be fired by the end of the season, and we move on with it. But the Patriots have to play better defensively, and we need to start getting some things going on as far as what we're going to be doing. Deion Lewis, he came back off injury. That was pretty good to see. But, other than that, the Patriots, I don't know what they're doing. They went third quarter, no points though? Okay, against the 49ers? All right, cool. I like that kind of stuff. Sounds good to me. Eagles and the Seahawks. Look, the Seahawks came out and they played very, very well. And Russell Wilson, bro, he started to play like the Russell Wilson of old. Now, I was criticizing him earlier in the season. People were like, Seattle Seahawks fans were like, yeah, bro, he was hurt. I don't give a F if you're hurt. When you're out there on the field, go out there and perform. Bottom line, I don't give a F. That's just the way it is. So you can keep all your excuses for yourself. He's playing like he's played, back in the day. The defense is playing very, very well right now. And the game was a lot closer to start. Obviously, the Eagles defense came out holding up. They held serve. They were trying to play hard. But at the end of the day, the Seahawks were just a better team. And now the Seahawks are trying to make me. They're starting to become that Seahawks team that you just don't want to play. And I really feel if somehow, some way, the Dallas Cowboys lose games and they don't have home field advantage and they got to go to Seattle, they're going to lose. But if the Seahawks go to Dallas, the Dallas Cowboys will probably move on because I'm liking what I see from the Dallas Cowboys, and I think that they can ride this wave into the playoffs and continue to go beyond. But if they have to go to Seattle, that is the only problem I see. So it's going to be a lot of crazy things going to happen. We got, 6 weeks left to the season. That's the one thing that Cowboys fans should not want to see. They should not want to see the Cowboys going to Seattle. So Dak Prescott and the boys better continue to play well. I believe with home field advantage in the playoffs, the Cowboys will be just fine. Packers and the Redskins. We got to fire Mike McCarthy. That's number one. Aaron Rodgers has not looked the same, and I love me some Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has been missing a lot of open throws, and he's been getting, a lot of people to look the other way. It's starting to get ridiculous now. Guys were wide open, and Aaron Rodgers was throwing the ball to anybody that was not on the field. And somebody has to say it. The other day he was trending. He hasn't spoke to his family in a couple of years. I don't really give a F about that. I'm talking about football. I don't know how people are going into his personal life. I don't care about that. He hasn't looked really good on the field, man. That's the bottom line. Kirk Cousins, his deep ball is pretty than a bro. His deep ball looked really, really good, man. And they just kept on scoring. And who is this guy, R. Kelly? I don't know. I don't like that his name is R. Kelly because it confuses him with a pedophile. But this guy can run, man. The Redskins are looking really good. I don't give them a shot in the NFC East coming out of it. I don't give a F how good they're looking. I don't give them a shot at all because Dallas or the Giants are going to end up... Dallas, the Giants, or the Eagles, I think will end up beating them when it comes down to it. So I'm not really giving them that kind of push. But Kirk Cousins can ball, man. Those passes to Garcon and the other boy, was it Crowder? Listen, let me tell you something, man. I don't know. The Redskins... Look, Kirk Cousins gonna get paid. They made the right decision getting rid of RG3 and keeping Kirk Cousins. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is at this point. And the Packers just look horrible. They have no defense. They need to fire Mike McCarthy, fire the defensive coordinator. Just start firing people because the Packers are horrible, man. And it's very disgusting to watch them play and to see Clay Matthew getting his leg wrapped and he's hurt and he's out there. And then Julius Peppers looking like a dude. I'm done, man. The Packers suck. It is what it is. Subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. One love.